Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 47th Annual Scout Sunday Service. I'm Troop 87, Chaplain Zaid Laszlo Rodriguez. We will begin this morning's service with the ringing of the concho, followed by the sutra chanting of the Juseige. This will be followed by a group reading of the daily creed of the Jodo Shinshu by Boy Scout Troop 87, and a short Dharma message by Reverend Mukojima. After the formal part of today's service, we will have our annual Scout Sunday game show live on Zoom, so please join us.
Namando, it's 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 Namando, it's
Troop 87 presents the daily creed of Jodo Shinshu.
Trusting in the vow of the Buddha and reciting the sacred name, I shall proceed through the journey of life with strength and joy.
Revering the light of the Buddha and always reflecting upon imperfect self, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks with gratitude.
Following the teachings of the Buddha, hearing and understanding the proper path, I shall help spread the true teachings.
Rejoicing in the compassion of the Buddha, I shall respect and aid others, working for the benefit of society.
Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu Namanda Butsu. Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you are doing well today. Thank you very much for joining us online for our Scout Sunday service, and I'm grateful to our Scouts for chairing this service. I'm amazed that this is the 47th annual Scout Sunday service, which means our Scouts have a long history of supporting our temple with their untiring efforts. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our Scouts for their long-time dedication. ありがとうございます。I hope they will continue to have meaningful experiences through their wonderful programs as they work for the welfare of our temple. All right, I'll keep my Dharma talk short today because the Scouts have planned a live game show right after the service. And I'm also aware that there are many Scouts who almost never come to the Sunday service. So I'd like to take advantage of this chance to introduce them to the most basic of the Buddha's teachings so that they will get interested in Buddhism and want to join our Dharma School program. Last Sunday, we observed the Nirvana Day, which is one of the most important Buddhist observances. It is the annual memorial to honor Shakyamuni, the historical Buddha who passed away on February 15th in India about 2,500 years ago. By coming together on Nirvana Day, Buddhists throughout the world show our gratitude for the countless conditions and the circumstances which make it possible for us to experience firsthand the teachings of awakening. The reason we respect Shakyamuni Buddha is because through his precious teachings, he shows us how to open our eyes to this world of suffering. Unfortunately, our selfishness constantly confuses our senses and the vision. This is why when we want something badly, we'll do just about anything to have it, even if we hurt others in our way. And when things don't turn out as we want, we get mad and act out our unhappiness. And we even will deceive others to get our way. This kind of behavior shows how much we are suffering due to the three minds of greed, anger, and stupidity or ignorance, which we often call gas for short. Buddha's teachings show us how to cure our suffering, which is the fundamental disease we struggle with throughout our lifetimes. One of the Buddha's most important teachings is the Four Noble Truths. This well-known teaching describes 4 simple facts about life, which is hard to disagree with. The first is the dukkha, which means there is suffering in life. Second, this suffering is caused by our desires and attachments. Third is there is an end to suffering. And the fourth, the way to end the suffering is the Eightfold Noble Truth. Okay? Eightfold Noble Truth. Like a doctor curing a patient of a disease, Shakyamuni Buddha uses a medical model to explain what these teachings mean. The medical model he uses, which we can all understand, is diagnosis, treatment, and the cure. For example, when someone is not feeling well, it's very important to recognize the exact symptoms, like fever, headache, or cough. This is the first truth, that life from babyhood until death is full of suffering with old age, sickness, separation from those we love, being with people we dislike, and so on. This first truth encourages us to see and recognize the suffering we experience as it is happening. Then we need to know what causes our symptoms. This is the second truth, that the cause of all suffering is our selfishness and attachment. These include greed, anger, hatred, love, jealous, and anything we cannot separate ourselves from, like our family, or our cell phone, or our favorite gaming system. In other words, suffering is always created in our minds and not outside. Okay. Next, we should know what a healthy condition is like. This is the third truth, that the way to end suffering is to eliminate our cravings. It is to attain the state of enlightenment or awakening, which goes beyond selfishness, and to experience great peace of mind. Okay? Lastly, to attain enlightenment, we have to know what the cures are for the disease of our cravings and to practice them. For instance, when we are physically or mentally ill, we have to make sure we get enough sleep or take the right medicine to get better. But if you just hold the medicine in your hand, your disease won't be cured unless you actually take it. This is the fourth truth, that there is a path leads to the end of suffering. Shakyamuni Buddha shows us how to manage our ego and attain enlightenment, and how he shows us how to do this with the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is right view, right thought, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right meditation. If we are to maintain our healthy condition, following this path is a very important practice. First, right view teaches us always to see everyone and everything without prejudice and selfishness. We should also see the dependent origination just as it is, namely to fully understand that all things are constantly changing and that all things exist while helping and supporting each other. Right thought teaches us to consider the happiness of others as well as ourselves. Right speech teaches us to never lie and to use loving and kind words, not mean or hurtful words. Right conduct teaches us to act truthfully and help others without expecting anything in return. Right livelihood teaches us to live honestly, simply, and in harmony with others. Right effort teaches us to do our best in everything in joy and gratitude. Right mindfulness teaches us to always remember the Buddha's teaching, because Buddha Dharma is a precious light for those of us who are always in the darkness of the thick clouds of our attachments and selfishness. Right meditation teaches us to recite a Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, to show our deepest feelings of gratitude for all the conditions which allow us to live at this moment. This is how the Eightfold Path shows us the way to live our lives and serve as a medicine to prevent our fundamental suffering. Although many of you might already know this, Shakyamuni Buddha is the first one who truly realized this. Because of his great achievement, every one of us is now able to use the Eightfold Path as the way to attain enlightenment. Buddha clearly saw life as it is, which means that not everything will turn out as we desire. Because of his deep observation, he became fully aware that it is our cravings which cause the suffering of old age, sickness, separation from those we love, meeting with those we dislike, and so on. He figured out the way to be released from our delusions. Suffering doesn't come from outside. Suffering is always created in our minds, filled with our cravings. So, if we awaken fully to the truth and accept lives as they are, just as Buddha did, we can remove our ego and selfishness. The moment we eliminate our blind passions, we can transcend any kind of suffering and achieve great peace of mind. This is the way to attain enlightenment in Buddhism. Anyway, please remember that, like a doctor who helps us when we are suffering from illness, Shakyamuni Buddha is the great doctor who makes us aware of our selfish nature, and through his teaching relieves our minds of greed, anger, and ignorance. Okay? I hope many of you, Boy and the Cub Scouts, can now understand a little of what Buddhism teaches us. And I also hope that you learn that Buddhism is cool. Okay? I'd like to encourage all the young scouts listening today to join our Fun Dharma School program so that they can learn more about Buddhism with many Dharma School students. Okay? Let's live a truly happy life in joy and gratitude together. Okay? Again, thank you very much, our Boy and the Cub Scouts, for chairing the service this morning. Everyone, have a great Sunday. Thank you very much. Namanda butts 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 namanda butts.
Thank you, Reverend Mukojima, for your Dharma message, and thanks to Troop 87 for the group reading today. This concludes today's Scout Sunday service. Thank you for attending, and we hope you are all safe and healthy. We will start our live Scout Sunday game show shortly, so please stay tuned.